What's good, guys? This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan, your rock and roll photographer. The other day I got an email. They just got into the Nikon lineup. They're asking me what macro lens they should get. Well, in this quick little video, I'm going to briefly talk about the Nikon 105mm 2.8G ED VR AF-S Micro lens. So if you're in the market for a macro on a Nikon, this lens is amazing. I use this lens all the time. This lens is sharp. It has VR. It has a big focus ring, as you see right here. I use this lens a lot for product videography. A lot of videos that I post when I'm reviewing lenses use this lens when I'm shooting up close on the product. And I want that super fine detail shot of the product. I use this lens for video all the time. So if you're in the market for a macro lens for your Nikon cameras, get the 105mm 2.8G VR Nikon lens, guys. I mean, it's an F-mount lens, but it also works well with the FTZ adapter on the Nikon Z mirrorless systems. Before this, I've had the 105 2.8D lens, and that was an incredible lens. That was an incredible sharp lens as well. But I upgraded to the VR. It's a pretty decent portrait lens too. So if you're looking for a 105mm focal length portrait lens and you don't want to spend the money of the 105 1.4, I believe it's an E lens, get this one and you'll have a macro lens as well. Again, it's not going to beat the 105 E lens for portraits, but it does a really decent job shooting portraits, and it's very sharp. This lens is very sharp, razor sharp. Here's some detailed specs of this wonderful macro lens from Nikon, the 105mm Micro-NIKKOR 2.8G lens. It's definitely a go-to lens if you're shooting a lot of jewelry. Let's say in wedding photography, the wedding rings, you could really get close up to that diamond just to see how many carats it is and if it's authentic. If you're shooting a lot of detailed stuff, decor, flowers, and you want to really get up close, it's just the perfect lens. And the VR is amazing. Handheld, it definitely helps in lower shutter speeds. The focus is fast and quiet. The build quality is solid. Not too big, not too small, perfect size, and it's not that heavy. So guys, when you're doing macro photography, it's always smart to carry around a nice support system, a tripod. And we're going to be doing some macro photography for some sample images on this video. So I got the Nikon Z6 with the FTZ adapter and the 105 that I'm reviewing in this video. Good so. It's a nice tripod. I really like this tripod. Strong, built very well, and very lightweight. They're a little pricey, but worth every penny. I'm serious. You don't have to use a tripod when doing macro photography. But when you're doing the super tight 1-to-1 macro shots, where every breath you take, you get out of focus, then yeah, a tripod. These images were taken right after that video sequence that you just watched. I'm shooting with the Nikon Z6 FTZ adapter. The focus was very responsive with the FTZ adapter and the mirrorless camera. This was actually very fun to photograph with. I mean, I'm so used to mirrorless now, I just love looking at the results before I take the picture. These images were shot in full quality RAW. I can just imagine what a Z7 would produce with all those megapixels. But the Z6, not that bad. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. I don't do much macro photography anymore, but after this lens and camera combo, I think I'm gonna do more. So doing video with this lens is a joy. Spiderwebs are cool to shoot. Especially when you got some kind of backlight going. Trying to get these ants in focus is a little tough. But as you could see, video on this lens, superb. So make sure you turn the VR off when you have it mounted onto a tripod. That'll make the VR doesn't help when it's on a tripod. It makes the images actually less sharp. So turn VR off Wow, these ants are going crazy. Look at the detail in that shot. I can totally watch this for hours. Just kidding. Okay guys, hopefully this quick little brief little video helped you guys out choosing a macro lens for your Nikon cameras. Again, quick little review, the 105mm 2.8G micro AF-S ED VR lens. This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan, your rock and roll photographer. See you on the next video guys. Rock and roll.